today I want to share something on BSFL, and that is my own experience on what I have learned on BSFL, so that either of us who is watching this video can get to learn. And apparently I only had two setbacks. One setback is that probably it might not be a setback actually, but to me I feel it was a setback, that I never had a machine to grind the organic wastes so that the lavies can feed on. Setback number two is that I never planned to do a complete cycle BSFL. I did the half cycle, whereby I bought the eggs, and then the eggs hatched to the larva stage, and then probably to the pre-pupa, because that is where I think I'm supposed to end my project. And this is all because I don't have the love cage or the net. So that will be my next project, and probably I'm very much excited because at least I have seen my energy going to work. So guys, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please do. And if you are a returning subscriber, big up, because I know together we are one. So let's dive into the video.
Homepage, Inspiration, Diaries.
So I took this BSFL as X. So there is a friend of mine who introduced me to a friend of mine who was doing BSFL, and I happened to have visited this friend of mine, and I would like to give a shout out to Brian and Mr. Oscar for having enabled me to kick up the BSFL project, and to me it has been a success. And more on this, I am aiming higher, in that probably in the near future I want to be producing like 100 kilograms in every 2 weeks, because I don't plan to do the complete cycle. I just want to be doing the half cycle, whereby they get the eggs, they hatch, they turn into larvae, and then probably the 15th I have them give to my birds. So far so good. Whatever I have fed them today, they have enjoyed, and I really appreciate these two guys for having introduced me to BSFL. So I'm very much happy because these birds enjoy, and probably in the near future I'll be doing the complete cycle. So one lesson that I learned about BSF is that once you feed these larvae with the organic waste, there is a signature odor that comes out, because it is not the odor of rotting, but it is the odor of how do I say it? These larvae are feeding if the organic waste is not rotting. So there is just a signature odor that you can get into the room where you have blessed BSFL, and then you smell, and then you get to know that this is not a rotten odor, but it is a BSFL work. So that is one lesson that I have learned, that these BSFL have a signature odor. Number two, these BSFL, they need to be fed with the organic waste once they consume the previously organic waste that you have placed in. So it calls for your site presentation. I mean, it calls for your presence where you have your BSFL, in that you keep on turning the feed, you keep on turning the BSFL, they come on top, you keep on turning, so that they at least they consume everything. Three, I noted that in the initial stages, when you feed this BSFL with the organic waste, there is some soup that is being produced, and most people who I have listened to tend to say that this soup drowns the BSFL or chokes the BSFL. Of course, I don't think so, because as per my experience, this soup, you just turn it, it goes on top of the organic waste that you have placed in, and then eventually this BSFL will consume that soup, and then the feeds of the organic waste will dry up. So that is just I think one thing that we should not be afraid of. So yeah, this is because you might enter your greenhouse and then you find, when you look at the place where you place the BSFL feed, you find there is that wetness, that there is some soup that has flown over a side or is probably floating. So don't worry about that. Just keep on mixing the feed, and then the BSF will eventually consume the soup as they grow. Number 4. Now this one I would take it as a lesson, because it is one thing that encourages me. The BSFL produce a certain temperature during a certain stage. Let's say, for example, in the middle of the 14 days, there is some heat that is being produced. Even if you go very keenly and look and place your hand closer to the BSFL, you might feel like there is some reaction. But in real sense, the BSFL are on work. So that should not worry you. But whenever you enter your greenhouse and find the BSFL temperature has dropped, just know that there is something wrong and you need to check it out as soon as possible. Number 5, probably these BSFL, as they grow, we need to be very careful in that I learned somewhere that some of these organic wastes might be contaminated. So in case you give an option of dipping your hand inside there, I suggest you should be having a glove, or probably a scooping container or a scoop, so that you do not get your hands in contact with the grass or the initial stage of grass because of some contamination. And majorly, you should not dip your hands inside there if you have a cut or a wound on your hand. So please just be careful and take caution as you might feel like. So guys, the BSFL has been a good experience, and this is a report that I'm giving back to you. And feel free and feel like you want to explore the BSFL industry. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, that BSFL in the near future, it is going to be a livestock activity, because some of these farmers will want to do BSFL keeping independendly, so that they keep on producing the BSFL or the BSF eggs for farmers who are able, or farmers who are interested in trying to do BSFL. So guys, that has been my story, and of course I hope you are yet to try out the BSFL because of its protein content, and because of this major reason, that it cuts the cost of feeds. Now BSFL it came because of cutting the cost of the feeds. So just feel free and enjoy the BSFL culture. Thank you.
It is so hard, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth break.